Welcome back, folks. I'm Frizz, and today I'd like to take some time to talk about crafting. In particular, making items from scratch in Pathfinder 2nd Edition has been a bit of a hot topic online ever since 2e was released, and just recently Paizo has released new optional rules in the Treasure Vault for crafting items. I've seen a lot of mixed reactions to these new rules, so let's take some time to talk about them and to let me explain why I actually like them. First, though, we should probably talk about the rules for crafting items that exist in the core rulebook. They really aren't all that complicated, which, in a way, is kind of the core of the problem that people have with them. If you know how to make an item, then you can spend 4 days crafting that item, using up an amount of materials worth the normal price that you would use to buy that item. So if you're making an item that costs 10 gold, it takes 4 days and 10 gold to make it. You can work longer to slowly chip down the price of that item, but if it doesn't really decrease the price by all that much, and it takes a very long time. If I had to summarize people's issues with these rules, it'd generally be that making items is just super slow, and being a master craftsman and still needing 4 days to make a single healing potion feels off. Well, the complex crafting rules from the Treasure Vault address this. Under these rules, crafting different items takes a different amount of time depending on a variety of different factors. To sum things up pretty generally, the larger the gap in levels between you and the item you're trying to make, the faster you make it. Additionally, making consumables takes less time than making a permanent item of the same level. Finally, as your proficiency in crafting improves, you can voluntarily increase the crafting DC for making an item to speed up the process of making it, allowing you to craft things in a shorter amount of time. This all sounds great, right? Well, the general complaint that I've seen is that under these new rules, it actually takes longer to make permanent items of your level than using the core rulebook rules. If you want to make a long sword at level 1, it'll take you 5 days instead of 4 if you're using the new rules. This can be a bit frustrating for people that want to make significant items as a core aspect of their character. And to be clear, when I'm saying significant items, I'm generally talking about things that are close to your level and generally permanent. However, I don't really find it that problematic. See, Pathfinder 2e is a very finely tuned game, and permanent boosts to power that items can provide are given out exceptionally sparingly for a reason. If a skill could be used to just directly empower everyone in the party by spending some downtime, that would make it way too big and really encourage everyone to have a crafter in their party. As it is, the complex crafting rules can allow for great crafters to make low-level consumable items incredibly quickly, which can be super helpful, but being able to hand out on-level items like candy would honestly shatter the balance of the system, and the balance of the system is one of the hallmarks of it. While I would like to see an archetype or more skill feats to expand upon this system, I do generally think that if someone's looking to play a character that's focused around making items to improve the power of their party, then they should just play an alchemist or an inventor. That's what they're for. If you want to use the crafting skill to produce basically any alchemical item under the sun, then, play an alchemist, and if you want to really customize your weapons, then play an inventor. Now, that isn't to say that I think that these rules make crafting bad, or that it is good that crafting is bad. I legitimately do think that crafting is good, but you have to have a fair amount of downtime in a campaign to do it. And if you have that, then you can make a lot of really fun stuff very quickly. And I prefer it that way. If you want to make stuff during the adventuring day, then there are classes and archetypes that already exist for that. You can make a variety of stuff very quickly, which I really love, and if you spend time learning how to make a wide variety of things, then you can make what your party needs basically any time. It makes crafting better if you don't have access to a huge marketplace with tons of different items, and I really like the way that crafting fits into the game as a whole, and I think that it's a lot more interesting now that the Treasure Vault's out. So yeah, I like the new crafting rules. It's a bit of a touchy subject, since making explicit upgrades to party power is a bit iffy in a system that cares so much about combat balance. But I do like the way that Paizo approached it. While crafting things may still not be super powerful in the middle of an adventuring day, the system overall is way better now, and that's good enough for me. Thanks for watching. Crafting is a bit of a hot topic for 2E, so I hope that people don't get too heated over a board game in the comments. Well, anyway, what do you guys think about the new rules? Let me know in a comment down below, and subscribe or something while you're down there. And regardless, until I see you next, live a wonderful life.